So this is major news. We have been issued multiple different warnings from law enforcement, from police officers, and also from the FBI. We're getting major warnings for our country, and this is a warning for you to be prepared on a security level. Be prepared and be ready for your family. All right, so let's dive into this news here really quick for me. Hit it up down there, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Posting multiple times a day, keeping you guys updated on this big news. All right, so first warning here, we have a major warning coming from law enforcement, and then we also have a major warning coming from the FBI. All right, both national security warnings and both things that affect us locally as well. This is affecting us at the police local level as well, and our country is being affected. So listen to this sheriff here. This new plan that has been announced for millions of people. All right, this is what they're dealing with right now in our country. Millions of people, and these are supposed to be some of the nicest places in our country, and they are being devastated. So listen to this sheriff here from the LAPD, and then we will get to this warning from the FBI as well, giving a emergency warning. Check this out.
We have a significant increase in burglaries from organized groups that are outside this country, that are coming into the country, and they are targeting high-end residents. And we are addressing that specifically in a task force fashion through multi-agencies.
Lots of these break-ins have been recorded by security cameras in recent years. Detectives tell me many tourist burglars who've been arrested often entered the U.S. through a visa waiver program. Many were visiting from Chile and other South American countries. The LAPD says there have been more than 900 residential burglaries across the city since January. Some of those committed by the tourist burglars, who often target luxury homes in the foothills. And some of them may be using new technology to interfere with home security. Just last week, the LAPD's Wilshire station sent out this alert that Wi-Fi jammers had been used to block camera and alarm signals during some recent break-ins.
Some sort of device by burglars that actually deaden, kill, or stop Wi-Fi from operating.
The immediate fix for these home alarm systems is to hardwire them, where you plug those systems directly into your Ethernet in the wall and not use your Wi-Fi internally.
Choi says he's not sure if the tourist burglars have been using these devices, but the I-team has learned jammers and drones have been found by officers in Beverly Hills and other nearby cities. Last year, burglars were caught staking out homes in Orange County while wearing a camouflage suit like this, similar to ghillie suits worn by military snipers. And it's not just a California story. Police in Scottsdale, Arizona announced today the arrests of a trio of suspected residential burglars, all in the U.S. on the visa waiver program and suspected of being part of a wide-ranging criminal organization.
These are Chilean burglary crews that are coming to the United States on the visa waiver program.
All right, so you heard that there. The LAPD is forming a special task force because they're saying that there are these gangs and groups that are exploiting the system that allows them to fly right into the country, and they're calling it tourist burglary, right? Tourism burglary. They're flying to the U.S., robbing these homes. They're using signal jammers to jam the cameras, and so your cell phone won't work either. All right, that's one thing they're not saying either. And the only thing that could work is if you have a landline or land computer system, right? And he was even saying you need to plug it into your Ethernet cord right there to be protected. So that's what the LAPD is warning of. They created a special task force. It's a tactical alert from them, and they are warning that gangs from Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, and Chile, and a few other countries are flying into the U.S. directly and doing this stuff, using jammers, using drones, and they're targeting the wealthiest homes they can find. This is insane. This is insane. And now we have this warning from the FBI as well. They also issued a similar warning that there are people coming across our country coming across our border into our country that are dangerous and that are causing major issues and are a national security threat to our country. All right, so this is the environment that's being allowed to happen, and we are paying for a lot of it. We are paying for a lot of it with our tax dollars and facilitating it, whether it's directly or indirectly through organizations like the UN. All right, but check out this warning from the FBI as well. They are warning that, quote, dangerous individuals are coming across the southern border.
60 elections around the globe.
The FBI concerned about the potential that terrorists and others might try to come through a porous southern border.
A whole host of threats that emanate from the border, and some of them are criminal threats. We talked about fentanyl and violence. And then, of course, we have concerns that it could be a vulnerability that terrorist organizations could seek to exploit.
And tonight, the bluntest...
All right, so you heard that. That was the FBI director. He said these organizations are exploiting our border, and it's true. They just arrested someone on the FBI terror watch list just in the past 48 hours, right? And they were saying that they come from Iran-backed groups, Iran-backed militia groups. So, and he said he wanted to build explosives inside the U.S. This is what he's telling our law enforcement, this guy, after he got caught, after it was found that he was on this watch list. He is saying that he was planning to build explosives here. Insane what's going on in our country. And every day that goes by that we don't have a major crisis, it's a blessing. It's a blessing that we haven't seen more devastation from this policy that's happening. All right, so make sure you are getting prepared. Make sure you have your security up. Okay, he was saying to hardwire your cameras, even your cell phone. It's not going to work if they have these jammers. This is very serious. And these jammers, they put them on their backpack. They put them in a backpack, and it sends out this high-powered frequency signal that disrupts the radio frequencies in the region. All right, so nothing can be sent or received. Jams all the signals, and they're wearing it on a backpack going from house to house. This is very serious. You couldn't even call the police if they were doing this. Most people do not have a landline. They only have a cell phone. And they would not be able to call the police if this was happening. And they're targeting places where they know that a lot of the citizens most likely are not going to have protection or self-defense for themselves personally, for their home. All right, so very serious. Going to be stuck in your home. These people burglarizing, and then you can't even call the police. And we don't even know who they are or where they're coming from. And in Canada, they were warning a few days ago that you need to put your keys at the front door, your key fob, so that criminals won't come looking for you or try to take it from you. They'll just take your keys and leave your house after they break into your home. That's what Canadian police are warning of. All right? You can't make this stuff up. And it's been allowed to happen. It's been allowed to happen. They've all voted these places to, quote, defund the police and all these different programs to get rid of law enforcement and to allow chaos to happen. And it's being facilitated. It's being facilitated. And if we see a SHTF scenario where things are really down, services are really cut off, stuff we've been talking about, it could just be a natural disaster. Okay, it could be a major earthquake or something along these lines. It could be anything. And imagine what these gangs are going to do then, when they don't even have to use the jammer. Nobody has power. When everyone's out, nobody has power. Nobody's cameras are working. Everyone's lights are off. Everyone's worried. Then we are really going to see chaos, potentially. All right, so make sure you're getting prepared. Make sure you're getting ready. I was reading as well that some of these gangs that are getting caught, some of their phones, they were looking for like the most expensive neighborhoods in the United States. That's what they were looking up on their phone. And then they were flying into the US using these programs that are set up. There's a DHS app where people can book flights into the US from other countries to show up at a port of entry and claim asylum. They can fly into LAX, JFK, all these different airports. They can fly right in. Okay? And they'll just process them at the airport like they would at the border. And they were saying that this program is being exploited by these criminal gangs that are just flying into the country, hitting all these homes, and then leaving again really quick. And they can't even catch up before they even know what's going on. They're gone, and they're getting out of here. And it's crazy. It's crazy what's going on in our country. So be on high alert, be prepared, be ready, all right? Go check out my video I posted earlier today. There's been major earthquake swarms that have hit the United States, right? Major swarm hitting the US. Big news, all right? Big stuff going on. Make sure you go check that out. Hope you have big blessings for your life, your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.